I'm trying to be like a real vlogger and vlog in the car. I don't know how y'all do it. I got like people watching me, having trouble with the setup because I didn't bring any tools to set up. But I am out and about shopping. We went to the orchard earlier, me and the fam, and we had a good time and took a lot of pictures and stuff. That's why I'm out here looking cute for once. And then we went to the shopping center. There's a Hobby Lobby here, so I was searching in Hobby Lobby for a particular Snoopy my sister wants, but like Hobby Lobby was crowded. Like I've never been in Hobby Lobby before because we don't have one back home, and like it was just rows and rows of like Christmas stuff, and like the plushes were all like just thrown together. If it's in there, I could not find it. And right now my fam, like, because they're buying stuff to send back to Guyana, like they're taking forever in the store. So while they were taking forever in the store, I decided to go browse Ollie's. I do not like the Ollie's out here. It's so disorganized compared to the Ollie's back home. And I was like struggling to find like any kinds of books there, like because I feel like the children's books are all like generally in for the most part in one section, but then you have adult books like wedged between them, and then like the adult novels are just like on sections that say novels and like thrown together. There's no like rhyme or reason. At the one I usually go to back home, they try to like put them together in a way that makes sense. But I did get a book. I got Stay This Way Forever, Little Ones by Lindsay Davis. I had to double check the author and make sure she was actually black, because a lot of times lately when I go to look at a picture book and I see black kids on the cover, the author is not black. So I wanted to double check and make sure. She is a broadcast journalist, and this one was only $3, which is not terrible for a board book. Like this is Zunder Kids, which I believe is a Christian imprint, but I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, this is like semi-inspirational. It'll be good for the little one that I'm thinking of gifting this one to. So, and then I got this coloring book. I'm trying to get into coloring, so I figured I might as well pick up some coloring books. I picked up one yesterday, but I think I'm actually going to gift that one to Shay because she's really into coloring. But this one is Mythical Fashions coloring book. I don't know, I just looked at it and I thought the illustrations were cute. Like you have this one on the back, like it's a goddess, and I just thought there were some pretty cool ones inside. I just need to get like a good color pencil set, and I will pick up this hobby because everybody's coloring now, and like I have the watercolors and stuff, so maybe I might try it with this. Who knows? I have oil pastels. I did for a little bit. I tried it. I haven't gotten back to it yet. So you know what? I'm gonna play around with stuff. And in addition to the books and stuff, like I just had to grab stuff from my Keurig. I am loving my Keurig down. Like I'm obsessed. And so I got this iced hazelnut cream. Green Mountain. This one was only $4.99, which is pretty decent. K-Pots are expensive, y'all. And then I got this from my aunt. This is Tazo tea. It is the sweet cinnamon spice. She loves this one. I got her hooked on Tazo tea because I used to work at a place that proudly brewed Starbucks. So I used to like make the chai lattes all the time, and then I started buying the concentrates because I used to find the concentrates like really cheap at the discount grocery for like a long time. And I started buying them for her. I started making them at my house, and then I started buying them for her because she really liked the taste. So now I've got her kind of hooked on Tazo tea, but like Tazo tea is so expensive. Tea in general, like I feel like the price is so much higher than it used to be. So like if I can find a discount, I love that. Right now I'm still waiting for the fam to get out of the store. There is a Burlington and a Dollar Tree still that I want to hit up. So I'm probably going to go in now and try and move them along a little bit. It feels very, very weird vlogging on my phone. I am not used to doing that around the house, but I'm trying to do a quick check-in while I have a full house in 2 minutes. I was out literally all day between shopping and the orchard and stuff. So I just got home and the makeup is actually still looking pretty good and I did not touch it up. So like big ups to Elf. This sun touchable spray. It's SPF 45 setting spray. So good. I will link it in the description box below. Like this stuff is legit. I bought it for a vacation that I ended up not being able to go on. And then I took it to Jamaica, but I didn't really use it because I didn't really like wear makeup like that other than like eye stuff when I was down there. So like I tried it like one time. But today the sun was hot. The heat was doing its thing. Like it's a fall day and obviously I'm wearing long sleeves, but like the sun was still pretty warm. I could have probably gotten away with shorter sleeves. And my makeup held up like really good. Like even the eyes are like looking really good. So back to the books. I am reading The Friend Zone Experiment by Zen Cho. So because my house is full right now, I'm realizing I can't just sit in ebook. So I'm reading stuff that I also have via audiobook, and I borrowed the audiobook from the library. I am a couple chapters into this one, and so far it's giving Crazy Rich Asian vibes, it's giving K-drama. I'm here for it, and I want to see like where it goes. Where I'm at in the book is that this woman, her boyfriend broke up with her. He says we never spend any time together, blah blah blah. I need you to put all your attention on me, and you want to put your attention on your businesses and stuff. And then her dad calls her up and he's like, I need you to take over the family business. So that's where we're at here. And then I'm going back into Bad Witches. Like I've been reading this book forever, it feels like, because the thing is that I keep stopping, not because it's bad, I keep stopping to read library holds that come in, and then this one gets pushed back because I do have the audiobook for this one as well. I need to finish this one and stop playing games, so goal is to finish this over the next couple of days. And right now I am going to queue up my audiobook. I'm going to jump back into the Friend Zone Experiment. I have some stuff I need to look at on the computer, and I need to put away my purchases that I made today. I will check in with you guys probably later this evening, actually, because they're going out for a little bit, so I'll have a little bit of free time. Okay, so the house is still full, and I am doing some coloring badly while listening to the Friend Zone Experiment still. So I have some cheap oil pastels that I bought from Amazon like a couple of years ago and I've barely used. So I'm trying to get some use out of them before I buy some colored pencils. So this is me coloring all outside the lines and shit. But this is just like fun to relieve some stress and stuff and keep myself occupied while audiobook listening. And so the Friend Zone Experiment, it's less romance and more women's fiction and just like a lot of drama. I think the family dynamic is very interesting. It's like giving K-drama, it's giving soap opera. Like her relationship with her brothers is very toxic, but it makes for interesting story. So far that's the part of it I've been enjoying more so than the romance. Like they're in a friend zone situation that I could really, so far, care less about. Because it's like, oh my gosh, we like the deep secret pining. But I find just like the shit that went down with her ex-boyfriend and her brother and stuff to just be so much more fascinating. So I'm gonna keep listening and we'll check in hopefully soon. Okay, so I'm back. It is the next day. I had to go to some twins' first birthday yesterday, and so I was there for a couple of hours. So by the time I got home in the evening, I wasn't in the mood for a whole lot of reading. I mean, I did read more of Zen Cho's The Friend Zone Experiment, which I have right here. I ended up finishing it. It wasn't as good as it started out. Like at first, like I loved the drama of it, and like after a while, the emotional like issues within the romance aspect just got exhausting. It was all like a lot of we can't be together and my family this and my family that, and like I was bored. So it took me much longer to finish it. I didn't finish it till today, and then I like immediately had to go run out and play soccer mom and take my cousin and his daughter to a soccer game. So that's where I was for like a good chunk of my afternoon. I just got back like a little while ago. But yeah, I did not find the romance like to have much chemistry, and I just didn't find their dynamic interesting. And at that point, like I liked when like the brother was amping up the drama, but after a while it just kind of mellowed out. This was not a great read for me. I can see why people were like not so keen on this one. It didn't bring it the way it needed to bring it. I don't even know if this would work as good as a K-drama because like I said, after a while it just kind of fizzled. So not a fan. Now for the rest of the evening I'm going to see if I can read more Bad Witches. So I started reading this so long ago it feels like, and I was listening to the audiobook at first, but then the like paperback ended up going on sale. So like since I was enjoying what I was reading of the audiobook, I'm like, let me just buy the paperback because it's on a really good discount right now. And so I'm going to try and do some audiobook listening and then maybe switch over to reading paperback just because it is a little bit hard to balance because there are like 3 POVs going on in here, and like sometimes they switch in between in the chapter, so that makes it a little bit difficult. But my goal is to read some more of this and hopefully, fingers crossed, finish it by tomorrow morning because I have like a job interview, so I want to finish it tomorrow morning before my job interview. I am just adding the finishing touches to this makeup look that I did for a video. So I tried this Alamar Cosmetics lip plumping blush. Like it's a lip blush, but it has like a plumping effect, and it's like their collab with Cheetos, and it's spicy. Like it's flaming. It's definitely giving flaming hot Cheetos, not just in color. The color is gorgeous, but I can definitely still feel it like tingling. And I'm hoping it's making my lips look plump. They're a little dry right now, so I feel like it's emphasizing the texture a little bit. I decided to try a different makeup look. I took this palette from my mom from Revolution Beauty, and this like the colors are not good. Like it looks gorgeous. Like it looks like a gorgeous neutral palette, but then like the shades are kind of chalky. It's like really not that pigmented once you get on the eye. Like I have to press extra hard. This glitter right here, I put it on my eye, but it's like so chunky. Like I feel like I'm sparkling all over. Like it doesn't even like swatch well. Like it's just like chunky. So I try to do like the best that I could with it to try and give like a cute little look. I feel like it looks fine on camera right now. And I am still reading Bad Witches, which I don't think I explained properly when I said I was going to be reading it. So basically it's kind of like Charmed, except like these are all strangers. So it's like 3 strange women. But then we're also following this woman who's like born and raised a witch from a powerful witch family. And she's also like working with the Witches Council because witches haven't been born for a while. And then all of a sudden, these women get their powers activated, and then we start seeing witches be naturally born again. And so it's been interesting so far. I am like about 60% of the way in. So it's like I'm still trying to keep the characters completely straight. Like I know one is a teacher and she does artwork and she's trying to be like an art influencer, like like those DIY types. And one is an actress who was going to college and trying to balance being like a normal woman. I don't really remember much about the other one. Like I said, there's a lot of characters in here, so like I'm just trying to keep them straight. But so far, it is really interesting. It does feel like kind of like a TV show. So far, I am still really enjoying it. So I was hoping to finish it. Didn't get to finish it earlier. Had like an interview and stuff. The house is finally free now, which feels weird too after having a week of like loudness and people to be like by myself in silence. So I am gonna finish this book in the next couple of hours because I'm trying to create some content. So I'm gonna sit down and do a little bit of filming for a little bit. And I will check back in with you guys. Hopefully my next check-in I will be completely done with Bad Witches. So I just brewed myself an iced latte. Now that I have a Keurig, and specifically a Keurig that can automatically chill the drinks, I'm like obsessed and trying all these different flavors and drinking more coffee than I've ever drank before in my life. I need to get some pods that have tea so I can get in a nice tea routine again. And like I need to get more pods anyway because with family visiting, like we were using the coffee so much, like I have a lot less pods than before. So I need to go shopping. I finished Bad Witches yesterday, but then I was too tired to come on camera to talk about it, so I'm here to talk about it today. So we in this book followed Maya, Gabby, and Delali, who are 3 witches who are newly discover they have powers on their 22nd birthday. We also follow Nadia, who is like in the witch sphere on the council, trying to figure out why there is an issue with witches not being born for so long, and now suddenly, because these girls activated their powers, witches are being born again. Now, I really like the stuff with Nadia, and I feel like we should have just dove into that just a little bit more. Like, we spent a lot of time on just the everyday of Maya, Gabby, and Delali, and some of that stuff could have taken a backseat. The author said she had not watched Charmed until after she wrote this. I kind of wish she watched Charmed before she wrote this because Charmed does such a great job balancing their everyday world, but it puts the magic first, whereas this author kind of had the magic take a back seat to their like everyday New York adventures, and it was like New York transplant type of adventures. Like one character in particular talks about like Sex in the City a lot and having like these dream things she wants to do, and the pop culture in this book could be very heavy at times. There was a lot of like designer brand name dropping, which got a little tacky after a certain point. And there was a lot of just like random actors and actresses and TV shows and stuff like that name dropped, which felt very 2000s. And I think it would have made more sense to have these be women in, like who just turned 30 versus women who just turned 22. Like just like the stuff they were talking about for the most part, even though they were very immature, like at times just felt more like stuff somebody closer to 30 would be talking about, if not 30 themselves. And I had read an interview with this author. She said she wrote this right after she graduated college, which was back in 2017. So yeah, she's closer to 30 as well. I think it would have just made more sense to have them that age. And like I said, I wanted a little bit more of the witch sphere. I think that would have really elevated the book for me. Like, I still had a good time, like, following the story of these girlfriends and them just trying to figure out their magic and getting sanctioned for doing bad magic. But it did go on a little bit long, and there was no big bad tying everything together. Charmed was good for having a monster of the week, and we really needed just like one of those like evil characters that they needed to defeat in between like learning their new magic to give the book a little bit more direction and purpose. That would have elevated it to me to a 5 star, or at least like a strong 4.5. Whereas right now I'm kind of mixed on if it's like a 3 or 3.5 for me. Because like I really did enjoy the stuff with Nadia in particular, working in the witch sphere and trying to solve the Tippett crisis, but I feel like that kind of took a backseat at times, and then towards the end it kind of like we started getting all this information dumped towards us about Shakespeare. Like whenever we learned about like the magic and stuff, it kind of was dumped towards us instead of like gradually woven in. So I feel like the author could have done a little bit better with that. Audiobook narration was good, although when you are listening on audiobook, it can be confusing at times because there are so many characters here, and I don't feel like we always needed all the characters, and then like you have all these different relationships to follow. So just keep that in mind. I definitely am looking for more stories with friendship between adult women, so that part was just super refreshing and fun for me, especially adult Black women. Like I said, I did enjoy the makeup and the hair and the stuff in moderation. When it like started getting towards like the middle of the book, then it felt a little much, and I feel like we could have toned it just down just a little bit. As far as the ending, she called it a cliffhanger. I don't really know if I would consider that a cliffhanger. It kind of abruptly ended, I feel like. And I don't love when books abruptly end like that. Like it just felt like it stopped. And there was like little tidbits of things dropped right before abruptly stopped, but I don't know like if we had enough information again woven throughout for it to carry into a book 2. So I really would be interested in seeing what direction she plans on going with book 2. Like I said, because there was no like specific big bads, it's hard for me to see like where she's going next. But yeah, that was Bad Witches. I need to really sit down and figure out what I'm going to write for my review. So today's goal, I mean like the day's half over for me, but today's goal is to work on some writing now. I am behind on some reading projects, and then I have another job interview tomorrow, so fingers crossed. I've been interviewing this week, and hopefully a job is coming soon. I'm going to end the vlog here. Thank you to anybody who's watched. If you watched till the end, leave me a star emoji. And if you like this video, make sure and hit that like button. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!